I would like to announce in this video that I have an offer, $25 off if you buy a gift certificate for the holidays. It started November 2nd, 2020, and it goes until January 2nd, 2021. But you have to use up the gift certificate by March 2nd, 2021. You're welcome to use it for yourself, or you could pass it to a loved one for a gift, like for Christmas or a birthday. In this video, I would like to ask you, did you ever live in a haunted house? If you have, tell me all about it. Put it down in the comment area, or if you have any questions, put it down in that comment area, please. I would love to hear from you. This is what happened to me. Well, the video that I made just before this one, I was telling you about the house that I got shoved and pushed to the ground when I found that golden book of the little angel. Well, I was 7. Well, the longer we lived there, we realized how haunted that house was. Trust me, it was haunted. Wow. My father did not believe in this stuff. My mother did, and I did, and some of my brothers and sisters, I guess she did too. But anyways, my father was really, he didn't believe it. I think he was scared more than anything, to be honest. But this one story is about my father. I have to share it because he started believing after this story. Well, there's times where we heard glass breaking, and it was always down in the basement. Out of the blue, you know, we'll be in the kitchen, we knew nobody was down there, and we would hear glass break big time, like if it was a big mirror that crashed to the floor. So I remember my father running down the stairs to go check, and I kind of went halfway because I was scared. Like I said, I was around 7, 8 years old at this time, and nothing was broken. There was nothing on the ground. My father, I'm like, did you see anything? Did you see? And then my mother was asking him, no, don't see nothing. Get upstairs, you know, that kind of thing. Well, the next incident with my father was, he used to work down in the cellar a lot. Like he would like make me a rocking chair out of wood and stuff. It was kind of fun. But there was one day he wanted me to help him to do something down in the basement. And I always got the creeps. I hated going down there, but I wanted to spend time with my father. So, you know, I did. I tried to act brave. Well, anyway, so we went down. There's a doorway like from the kitchen to go down in the basement, right? And then outside we had a hatchway to go in and out. Well, we went down in the basement through the kitchenway. And my father was doing something. Maybe we were building the rocking chair, I forgot, but we were doing something down there. And then he had to come go outside. So he unlocked the hatchway. So then we could like go get back down through the hatchway instead of going back into the house and through the kitchen and down in the basement, right? So we went to get something, I forgot what it was, and we come back to the hatchway, and my father just went to pull it to open it, and it wouldn't open. And he tried again. He must have tried like 3 times, and he goes, what the heck is going on? Right? And I got like the creepy willies, like, oh my God, something's happening. And but then he pulled a couple more times, and he goes, what the heck? So then we went into the kitchen and down the cellar that way. We get down there, and he walks right over to the hatchway to see, you know, if it's, you know, locked or whatever. And it was unlocked. And he opened it up from the inside like nothing. And I looked at him, and he looked at me, and he started laughing, and he goes, oh wow. Like, you know, like it just, you could see it on his face. He just realized, like, is this the Twilight Zone or what? What happened just now, you know? So that was kind of, I loved it. I thought it was funny that he's like, oh, finally he can believe us, because we would tell him certain things and he would say, stop it. And, you know, he just didn't believe in it. But that day it opened up his eyes. It was just funny too, because he was such a big man, you know, and he looked scared. It was funny. And I will tell you more. This is like part one of the haunted house, and I'll have part two with more stories about the haunted house. But if you like this video so far, could you hit that thumbs up and share? That would be great. And please hit that little bell too, so YouTube would notify you when I put the next video up, like part two on the haunted house, because I have an awesome story about my sister. So anyways, right now though, I want to say one more story that happened. It was to my brother. I have 5 brothers and I had 1 sister. But the brother that was born right after me, he was young. Like I said, he's 3 years younger than me. So if I was 8 or 9 at this time, yeah, he was 3 years younger. Well, he was upstairs and we heard him screaming. I mean, really screaming. So a bunch of us ran upstairs to find out what happened, you know. But before we went upstairs, we were like over in the kitchen area, and then you had to run through the dining room, and then there's a living room and some bedrooms off the side. But so when we ran from the kitchen area into the living room, we seen his foot hanging, his whole leg, not just his foot, but his whole leg, hanging from the ceiling. You know these old houses where they had like, there were vents for the air, and they were pretty big, you know. Well, his foot went right through it. So we ran upstairs, and I remember my poor brother was so scared, he was crying. Oh my God, he was crying. And my father pulled him up from getting him out of that hole, you know, how he fell through the vent. And of course, my mother says, you know, and I'm standing, you know, some of my brothers are standing behind my parents. And they said, what happened? What happened? And he says, I saw an old man wearing a hat, a funny hat. And we said, well, what do you mean a funny hat? What did the hat look like, my mother said. And he says, you know, like on the Massachusetts Turnpike where the man is wearing that type of hat? And my parents says, yeah. Well, I just saw him. He was standing in the doorway of my bedroom. And then I ran to run out, and then my foot fell through the vent of the hole. But he was so shooken up, you know, my mother had to pick him up and everything. So that was pretty scary as a kid going through that, and then us being kids and listening to that, and we're like, wow, us kids, we weren't shocked. Even my mother really wasn't shocked about it all, you know, because we all did experience things, hearing things at night and everything like that. I remember feeling like somebody was watching me all the time. That could have been because I was a medium, didn't know it, but it's probably because there was spirits and the house was haunted too. A little bit of both, I think. I remember one time my mother and father split up. So my mother took all of us kids, we moved out, and then we moved back. And a lot of the beds weren't set up. So we had to share the big bed, like of me, my sister, and I think one of my youngest brothers was in a full-size bed. It wasn't much room, so it was really weird. But anyways, I felt like I was being held down and I couldn't move. And my sister was laying right up next to me, and then my little brother was on the other side. But I was trying so hard to spread my hands and like just touch my sister to because I was starting to panic because I couldn't move. And I felt this weight on top of me. That was awful. I didn't like that experience at all. And then it would be other nights that I would feel like there's something under my bed, which a lot of kids always felt that. But I don't know, it was just so strong, and I would like look under my bed really quick, and of course nothing was there, thank God. If something would have grabbed me, I would have freaked. But but them are some of the experiences I had. But in part two, I will tell you a story about my sister. My sister was probably about 17 at the time. Boy, time flies. But anyways, so I was old enough to know what was going on, you know what I mean? And my sister was old enough where she was smoking cigarettes back in them days. So I think she was like 17, before she was 18. I think she started smoking at 14, sneaking behind my parents' back. But anyways, yeah, it's a really, this one really is kind of out there. Watch this next video on part 2, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And please pass that white light forward to somebody that you know. I pass it to you. And keep smiling. Say hi to somebody. You might just make their day. And thank you so much for watching my videos. And remember, them gift certificates, $25 off for a reading. And I love you guys. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, one more thing. I would like to thank my viewers and my clients. I got a little chart here, okay? I would definitely like to thank Katie from Maui, Kara C. from Massachusetts, Kiki from Maui, Kelly M. from Maui, Kelly from California, Lauren W. from Hawaii, Lisa N. from Maui, Lisa B. from California, Lori from California. And now, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.